pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Do you have anything that needs to be removed from the consent agenda? Anybody?
No, I do not.
Okay. Public comments? Out there. Russell?
Yeah, no, I have nothing for the board at this time.
Okay. New business administration, we have resolution 5438, resolution awarding or rejecting the pickleball court construction project at Patricia Park to the lowest and best bidder and dispensing with the second reading. Not one bidder.
Yeah, you guys know as much as I do, may know more. I just have from the packet information regarding that, so something you want to pack on or something you want to continue to have discussion on?
I want to table this for a couple of reasons. Number one, I have requested on multiple occasions for Mr. Clark to discuss with Mr. Jones our ability to do part of this work and save the township money, and the ability to use the money that we are being offered and how that would flow. And secondarily, the actual, it may be, the actual documentation we got it has no detail. Okay. Do we need to suspend the meeting for a minute?
Why don't you make a motion?
Motion to suspend the meeting.
Second.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yeah.
The meeting is temporarily suspended. 9:03.
Feel like we need music so we can't hear him talking.
Well, he took out the TV, so we don't have jeopardy in the
Oh, sure.
discussion.
Okay.
Can you sing for us?
I can. I have the Fall Guy theme song in my head and I can't get it out. And I'm getting ready to drive 12 hours.
We made it.
So if all I do is sing, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been singing the Pharaoh. If I sing that for 12 hours, I might drive into a mountain.
Ooh.
I would have been able to
That's
sing
the
the
girl
girls.
name, man. Hey, what was John Patterson really doing?
That's the girl name.
Yeah,
I'm
remember.
giving it up.
Hey. Something with Cheryl Teagues.
Raquel Welch was in there too.
Yeah. The good old days.
No, it's just
They remember it was
It's
7 hours.
the
Good old days. I don't know
days.
why I said that though.
I just said I have the theme from Fall Guy in my head and I can't get it out and I started singing. Jones asked me to start singing. I'll make a motion to reconvene the meeting.
Second. Thank you.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yeah.
6.
So, as I was saying, I'd rather give this another look. I'm also not completely sure why we're looking at a portable system.
Didn't get that.
That was never discussed, and I don't think it's a good idea because portable systems can be portable into the back of someone's truck or things of the like, as Mr. Palmer would say, like that. So if you gentlemen are amenable to it, I would like to table this resolution until we can.
And you're making that motion?
Yep.
Second.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah.
Table.
Okay. Anything else under administration at this time?
No, sir.
Moving on to planning and zoning. Resolution 5439, resolution about maintenance of specific tracts of land that constitute a nuisance. Jeffrey?
Yeah, so we have 3 different activities occurring in this resolution. First was that 3505 State Route 741. This is the old Red Line Nursery, which they've abandoned the site. So there's space that's on one side of the fence, but in order to actually get into it, we have to cut the chain on their gates. That's something that not sure if we're able to do so, or issue, so that's something Brian can further direct if we're able to put forth as a nuisance. Larkspur, this is comprised of both grass and cattails, so I'm not sure exactly what is in there, but my initial complaint came with all the mosquitoes coming from the site. So I'm going to ask for both things to be cleaned up when we actually get to that. And then Contessa Way is the property we talked about last week where they're mowing the grass but not trimming underneath, under all their trees.
We've got something like that on Beacon and Springbrook, don't we?
I'll have to look.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Although that looks more, you do refer to the farmhouse on the corner? That looks more like they just chose to leave nature areas, like they're only mowing certain portions of the actual yard.
Okay, well, that's what we'll add for next round.
Yeah, I meant that.
Place.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that, Steve. I meant to talk to Jeff on that one. They're maintaining part of it just fine, and then it's just like,
Let's not do this part.
yeah, well, this part's just too much.
Well, they come from a place where they only knew how to mow a quarter acre. I don't know. That's supposed to do what's going on. You know, adds to the list. So that's the ins and outs of today's resolution.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the resolution to dispense with the second reading and declaring an emergency?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Resolution 5440, resolution initiating Exhibit 2023-1, an amendment that establishes definitions and standards for short-term rentals for Three Township zoning code.
Yeah, so this is, in essence, the draft that we discussed the last meeting with revisions, basically trying to make sure that the accessories are part of the review process, but not used as the primary activity, so location. 10 acres being the threshold as we discussed. Any other questions I can answer? So this is truly trying to get it into more of a rural setting as opposed to being a more quote-unquote subdivision setting.
No, I don't.
Pretty comprehensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done. Is there a motion to approve 5440 and dispense with the second reading?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Anything else?
Enough space.
Fire District, I have a recommendation to accept a generous donation of $25,000 from the Ohio State Eagles charity fund.
Yeah, so as we accepted numerous donations from them over the past year, this is what I believe to be the last one. For some time, they contributed nearly $40,000 to the fire district over the last year. We really appreciate your generosity.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, very nice. Is there a motion to accept this donation?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Anything else, Chief? Okay, Police Department, we have a recommendation to reclassify Officer Jason
Shiragi.
Schwagi?
Yeah.
Schwagi, from part-time police officer to full-time police officer effective July 2nd at the CBA step rate pay of $35.45.
Jason's been a part-timer with us for 7, 8 years, maybe. Great guy, military fellow. He had a day job with one of the schools with our OTC, and that contract has come to an end. And he originally was looking for full-time employment back in the day, and got offered full-time from some departments, and he chose to take us part-time. And we appreciate that when he did. A good guy. So we'd like to reclassify him full-time effective next month.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Chief about this?
That's, excuse me, that's basically our main position, so
Right. We're just reflecting, right?
Is there a motion to hire Jason at the $35.45 rate, move him from part-time to full-time?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Anything else?
The only thing that's likewise on the horizon, Surratt Farms Pond, the fishing up there, seems that subdivision is blowing up with people fishing the pond. We're getting call after call after call. Now they're becoming anonymous calls. We were there 2 or 3 times this weekend. They were relatives of owners of properties there. The HOA is not owned by the individuals there. It's still in developers' hands. But the people living there want to try to intervene in enforcing rules there. We've had some arguments up there, so we're going to be taking a stance here at some point in time. I'm trying to work with the group that has been hired by the contractor to oversee it. We'll see how this works out, but just in case you get word back that we're not answering some calls up there, it's been going kind of hot and heavy for a month and a half now. Then over the weekend, more calls, and it was a family having a party, and some family members that people that live there were out there with their kids fishing, and somebody called in, wanted us to come ID them, so I don't know how much pushback you're going to get, but the pond is blown up there on us right now for the beginning of the summer. Fighting over who's going to
Neighbors.
Just in case you're something come back around, we're going to take a stance here, so probably what we're going to do there.
Okay, thanks. Road department, I know you have some.
I don't have much, just paving's completed, and then Winding Creek had a few more spots that was pumping out there, finished paving it. We did the cul-de-sac up there, we ended up putting 327 tons of rock in and 166 tons of asphalt in the 7 days we had before they got there.
Good. Good. How'd that whole project turn out?
Really good, it really went
I'm
well.
gonna get guys up there. Okay. Nothing else?
That's it.
Consent agenda? If I haven't had any questions about the consent agenda, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. Staff updates.
Nothing that I'm ready for.
I had one real quick.
Yeah.
Just to have kind of on John's theme of potential complaint. When COVID hit, we suspended fire inspection. So back in January 1, when Captain Prass was moved to the Prevention Bureau, him and Lieutenant Carmen have been going pretty aggressively in the community, bringing our inspections back up to speed. So I've been hearing some grumblings from a few business owners, just like, coming in, making them, redo their fire extinguishers and replace ceiling tiles, stuff like that. But just that it's all in the name of safety and not trying to shut any businesses down. So if you hear anybody grumbling, that's kind of why that's happening. But they're both, Captain Pratt and Lieutenant Carmen, doing a great job getting us back up to where we should be. So their efforts are appreciated.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Your fire extinguishers up today.
I'm just saying, I don't know why people would want to complain about that.
I wouldn't either. If their insurance people find out, they'll cancel.
That's right.
That's like a list of the people.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, I mean, for as many inspections as they're doing, the few grumblings we're getting back, most people are very appreciative of what they do. And they do such a good job. They have really good people skills, so they're able to go in there and handle them softly. So they don't go in there, you'll respect my authority kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Not that well.
Well, we passed our inspection here.
Good.
So that was good.
That's what I heard. All township buildings were inspected and
Good for us. Barely.
close. Let you go for a minute.
Must not look real hard in this one.
You use some of Palmer's trees to cover stuff.
Yeah, right. This extinguisher's been relocated.